Hey friends, welcome to Farah Insights, where curiosity meets knowledge, and ideas inspire action, and together we'll explore ideas that help us learn, grow, and see the world differently. Let's explore together. Let me ask you a question. What exactly does Red Bull sell? An energy drink? A can of caffeine? A beverage designed to give you energy? If that's your answer, you're only seeing half the story. Because Red Bull built something much bigger. It built a brand associated with energy, excitement, adventure, performance, and pushing limits. Think about Red Bull's marketing. You don't constantly see advertisements saying, "Our drink contains these ingredients." Instead, you see Formula 1, extreme sports, skydiving, football, music, gaming, adventure, and athletes doing things that look almost impossible. So how did a relatively simple beverage become one of the most recognizable brands in the world? Today, we're going to uncover the business strategy behind Red Bull. Part 1: Red Bull didn't invent energy. The first important lesson is this. Red Bull didn't invent the basic idea of giving consumers energy. People had already consumed coffee, tea, soft drinks, and other caffeinated beverages. So the opportunity wasn't simply create another drink. It was create a new category and give it a new identity. Red Bull positioned itself differently. Instead of competing directly with traditional soft drinks, it built an identity around energy and performance. This is a classic example of positioning. A product can exist in a crowded market, but if customers perceive it differently from competitors, the company can create a unique space in their minds. Management insight. This connects to positioning theory. Positioning is about how a brand is perceived relative to competing alternatives. The strategic question isn't simply, what do we sell? It's, what do customers think we represent? Part 2: The power of a simple brand message. Red Bull's branding is remarkably simple. The famous message gives you wings. Think about those 3 words. It doesn't describe a technical specification. It creates an image. Energy, freedom, movement, possibility. The brand is selling a feeling. And this is an important marketing lesson. A strong brand message doesn't always need to explain everything. Sometimes, simplicity creates memorability. Part 3: Red Bull became a media company. Here's where Red Bull's strategy becomes fascinating. Red Bull didn't rely entirely on traditional advertising. It began creating content. Lots of content. Sports, events, videos, documentaries, athletes, competitions, music, gaming, and extreme adventures. Instead of simply buying attention, Red Bull created things people wanted to watch. This is content marketing at an extraordinary scale. The company became more than a beverage advertiser. It became a media and entertainment brand. Part 4: The extreme sports strategy. One of the clearest examples of Red Bull's strategy is its investment in extreme sports. Why? Because extreme sports perfectly reinforce the brand's identity. Risk, courage, energy, performance, adventure, excitement. The marketing isn't separate from the brand. The marketing is the brand. When consumers repeatedly see Red Bull associated with extraordinary achievements, those qualities become psychologically connected to the product. The customer doesn't just see a can. They see what the brand represents. Part 5: Experiential marketing. Red Bull also understands experiential marketing. Instead of simply telling customers, "Our brand is exciting," it creates experiences that feel exciting. That distinction matters. Traditional advertising says, "Believe our message." Experiential marketing says, Experience it yourself. Events create memories. Memories create emotions. And emotions strengthen brand associations. This is especially powerful for younger consumers who increasingly discover brands through experiences, communities, creators, and social media. Part 6: Red Bull's Premium Positioning. There's another interesting part of Red Bull's strategy. It doesn't necessarily compete as the cheapest beverage. Instead, the brand maintains a premium position. Why can customers pay more? Because they're not simply paying for liquid in a can. They're paying for brand, convenience, identity, energy, experience, and perceived value. This connects directly to what we discussed in our previous video about premium pricing. The price of a product is influenced not only by its physical ingredients, but also by what customers believe the brand is worth. Part 7: 5 Business Lessons from Red Bull. Lesson 1: Don't just compete in a category. Sometimes the biggest opportunity is to redefine the category. Lesson 2: Build a strong brand identity. Customers should know what your brand represents. Lesson 3: Create content people want to consume. Don't always interrupt people's attention. Give them something worth watching. Lesson 4: Make your marketing match your brand. Red Bull's events, sports, athletes, and content all reinforce the same identity. Lesson 5: Sell a lifestyle, not just a product. The strongest brands become connected to how customers see themselves. Research Spotlight. Red Bull's strategy connects to several important management and marketing concepts. 1. Brand positioning. Creating a distinctive place for the brand in the customer's mind. 2. Category creation. Changing how customers understand and define a product category. 3. Experiential marketing. Using experiences and events to create stronger emotional connections with customers. 4. Content marketing. Creating valuable content to attract and engage audiences. 5. Brand equity. Building intangible value through awareness, associations, trust, and customer loyalty. 6. Differentiation strategy. Creating unique value instead of competing purely on price. Red Bull's story teaches us something incredibly important. A product can be copied. A can be copied. A flavor can be copied. A formula can be improved. But a powerful brand identity, a community, a lifestyle, and a strong emotional association are much harder to replicate. Red Bull didn't simply ask, "How do we sell more energy drinks?" It asked something much more powerful. What can our brand represent? And that question helped turn a beverage into a global lifestyle brand. If today's video gave you a new perspective or sparked your curiosity, don't let the learning stop here. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Farah Insights, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an insight. Stay curious, keep learning, and remember, one insight can change everything. See you in the next video.